let's go to Latin America. And I just want to put up some of this video. I know it's very hard to see here because Cuba's capital, Havana, was largely paralyzed today, and the rest of the island braced for the fourth night of a massive blackout that has generated a handful of small protests and a stern government warning that any unrest will be punished. Hurricane Oscar was crossing the island's eastern coast with winds and heavy rain after a night that saw protests of several dozen people in urban neighborhoods like Santos Suarez in central Havana. Some banged pots and pans in the streets, while others demonstrated from their balconies. Protesters who said they have no water blocked at least one street with garbage. Also, the Cuban government, as you know, has a low tolerance for civil disobedience, and their president, Miguel Diaz-Canel, warned on national television just yesterday that, quote, "We're not going to allow any vandalism or let anyone disturb people's tranquility." Now, it's all part of a deep economic crisis, this power blackout that has prompted the exodus of more than 500,000 Cubans to the United States, with thousands more heading to Europe. The prolonged nationwide blackout followed a massive outage last Thursday night, part of energy problems that led to the largest protests in Cuba in almost 30 years back in July of 2021. Now, those were followed by smaller local protests in October of 2022 and March of 2024. Now, the Cuban government and its allies blamed the United States' 62-year-old trade embargo on the island for its economic problems. But today, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said this, that the Cuban government's, quote, long-term mismanagement of its economic policy and resources has certainly increased the hardship of people there in Cuba. Now, the blackout was considered to be Cuba's worst since Hurricane Ian hit the island as a Category 3 storm back in 2022 and damaged power installations. It took days for the government to fix them. So the Cuban government has announced emergency measures to slash electricity demand, including suspending school and university classes, shutting down some state-owned workplaces, and canceling non-essential services there as well. So Cuba's energy minister said the country's grid would be in better shape if there had not been two more partial blackouts as authorities tried to reconnect over the weekend.